Hey guys, so I wanted to hop on and kind of share a story about why I think Talia's team is so amazing and just kind of illustrate a little bit about my story and some things that happened to me and what I would have really loved if Talia's team was available for me. So I'm used to work for a large organization, and one of my positions was to provide recommendations to other business partners. So for example, if there was something going on that was in that department, it was my job to identify what was happening and to provide recommendations as potential solutions. So there was one particular time where I was in a room with 3 other males and all my bosses, all leadership, and I'm sitting across from them and I'm telling the recommendations that I think that we need to do, things that we need to improve on. One of the male leaders happened to get really upset by some of my recommendations and started taking things very personally and began to raise his voice very aggressively. And I did my best to stay calm and just kind of continue to defend my point about why these issues were things that needed to be corrected. And in the midst of that discussion, this gentleman screamed and yelled at me, "Tara, you think you know everything," and threw his hands down on the desk, and no one said anything. Like, no one responded, no one commented, and it was very just mind-numbing to me as a young individual woman across the table from these 3 other males. Like, what did I do wrong that made that man feel like it was appropriate for him to scream and yell at me the way that he did? And in that instance, and at that very moment, I was concerned. I was concerned on how do I handle this situation in a most appropriate and professional manner, with still standing my ground and saying this won't be tolerated, so I won't allow this kind of blatant disrespect to happen. So the great thing about Talia's team is it's intended to partner up young girls that may find themselves in those kinds of situations, to talk through it with another individual to say, hey, how do I handle this? Because I want to handle it in the most professional way, but still make sure that it's understood that you can't talk to me like that way and it won't be tolerated. And so I think that's very honest things to have done. And I think it's very appropriate for women to have their voice and stand up and say that this will not be tolerated. So I'm really hoping that individuals can find there's great value in Talia's team and really push forward and lend some time to help another. Have a great day, guys.